It's the whole thing.
It used media day. Now that was where teams occupied the fields. They set up these little stages and booth areas, and you had press all over the place, and they could ask them questions. And it's turned into a circus. Ringling Brothers would be proud of what this shit has turned into.
It's good.
I don't pay attention to it. I think when the players screw with the media, that's more fun.
Yeah.
Than the normal answers. But we've had a ton. Excuse me, like we've had over the years, over the last 30 years or so, we've had a ton of just ridiculous questions. Now you may or may not have heard a few of these, and considering I did this same bit on the Foxhole Sports Chat, which was a YouTube channel that I had about 6 or 7 years ago that had exactly 2 or 3 episodes.
Nice.
I did a bit for the worst media day question. So to keep with the keep infamous the element of surprise, Alan has taken over this bit.
Yeah.
And he's going to ask some of the dumbest media day questions in the history of media day, or now media week. And I'm going to kind of just give you my mojo on it, tell you what I think, my take on some of these dipshitted questions.
Yeah. I mean, I think Wes, you hit it on the head. I want to hear just like some of these are very situational, obviously. So I want to hear some just like, where did that come from? And then maybe even answer one or two of these just outright.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we'll start. One of the ones that made me giggle, Super Bowl 23, Joe Montana, playing in the Super Bowl, as you know. I'll just ask this question. You might know you might be able to figure out his opponent.
Yeah.
In said Super Bowl 23. Hey Joe, why do they call you Boomer?
That's right. Yeah.
Why is that?
So Boomer, and I can answer this. Sir, I understand that I'm playing against Boomer Esiason, and we are both extremely attractive white men, and we both understand we're very charismatic, very good looking, great long hair, and we got the game to boot our looks. This is kind of bittersweet. I'm happy that you confuse me as Boomer Esiason, but I am Joe Montana. Thank you.
I have nothing else to say.
Right.
This is when a reporter just walks away.
Security.
He hands his press pass to someone in an NFL blazer. Yeah, he's out of there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He goes right for the Saskatchewan Times. No, that's idiotic.
Yeah.
That person may have been a little confused.
So I think this also was a time when Super Bowl Media Day wasn't as broken up, if I'm not mistaken. So like back then, it was the circus that was just like everyone on the field. I think both teams were on the field, so like, reporters are running back and forth.
And this guy may not, or I'm assuming it's a guy. It could have been a girl. I'm assuming it's a guy. Could have been just he may have been ignorant to who Joe Montana or Boomer Esiason was. And then got thought up, and someone said, "Hey, this is the quarterback." And he said, "Well, I got a 50-50 shot. This is a coin flip for me. I'm just going to go ahead and ask
I'm
it."
just shooting in the dark.
Yeah, and God bless him if that was his mentality. Unfortunately, it's a big miss.
I feel like you get that out of like those are the Telemundo guys. They're just like, yeah. Paco Sanchez here, Telemundo. Mr. Joe Montana. What? Why did they call you Boomer?
Then someone kind of looks around like, is this guy serious? Yeah?
This guy in.
Him?
Yes. All right. So, moving on. I'll tell you what I did find is that the St. Louis Rams at the time, the now Los Angeles Rams of Super Bowl fame this year, had quite a lot of interesting questions asked to their team over the couple of Super Bowls. Specifically, Super Bowl 34. I got a couple here for you.
Okay.
They asked defensive end Jay Williams, "Is ram a noun or a verb?" Gut instinct, noun or verb?
Ram is a noun. It's a thing.
So it's the animal, the ram. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. Or do you call the thing that you use to ram verb a door a ram?
Sure. Yeah. I guess it could act as that, but I'm thinking of the mascot.
Okay.
The
all right.
actual
So you're
ram.
just going noun.
Yeah.
All right. Noun it is. I like it. Simple, but ridiculous question nonetheless.
Yeah. Why you can't be throwing me onomatopoeias and shit like that, man.
Hey, man. This is how Super Bowl Media Day goes.
I heard there would be no math. I heard there'd be no English. All right.
No, this is what this is. Okay. Here's a little better one for you. Easier one. Same Super Bowl. Orlando Pace gets this question. After the game, in the shower, what's your favorite bar of soap? Yeah.
This is back at the same Super Bowl. They probably didn't have some of this.
Who's paying you that ad money? Orlando Pace.
Right. Remember there was who was the there was a Rams running back, Ironhead Haywood, that did the initial like loofah.
Yeah, nice.
He was I don't know if he was the first one. He was the first one I remember making it big. Like, oh, you put a little bit of dime size of soap on this and get all that lather.
You lather
Good,
it up.
and I'll be clean.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not sure what Mr. Pace said. That's a big man. That's a lot of surface area.
So his answer didn't come, but I'm gonna assume that he's a zestfully clean man.
Yeah.
So,
and this is like he's 34. Was this when they lost to the Patriots? This is when they beat the Titans.
I believe this is when they lost. Oh, wait,
well, it's only a year apart.
This is when they beat the Titans.
Okay, so 99. Yeah, I mean you gotta, who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like how many bars of soap are there? Like
I don't know why
Irish Spring.
This confused about what soap he was using. That should it's null and
The
void.
burning questions that the media comes up with, man.
Right.
All right. So I'll leave you with one more, and this is we'll bring it hometown close.
Okay.
In 47, Super Bowl 47, Dennis Pitta. So it was Ravens Niners in New Orleans. They asked on a scale of 1 to 10, how ticklish are you?
Oh, I think I recall reading this. I thought he said like 5 or 6. I think he's like, I'm pretty ticklish. Not too bad, but just a little bit.
Yeah. So that's exactly how I heard his response in my head when I looked it up. I was like, yeah, he said 5 or 6. Moderately ticklish.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
I'm above pretty much the normal tickle amount, the same as you are.
Average tickle amount.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, those are some of the most ridiculous media day questions. I mean, I do have one. This is just stab in the dark.
Okay.
All right, one more if you want it.
I do.
Super Bowl 32. Broncos fullback Detron Smith digging deep for these cuts. What size panties do you think you'd wear?
Ooh, yeah. What size panties do you think you'd wear? These are huge, big ones.
Is medium to large a size?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra large.
I don't
maybe.
do too much panty shopping, but I'm assuming.
What kind of? Yeah, I mean,
give me the one of them thick girls.
Well, I'm a boy short kind of guy, so all right.
Damn, it's funny because when I did this bit, there was probably only like 20 that I could find, and there's been so much that's happened in the last 5 or 6 years. But one of the ones that rings true, and I haven't really ever been able to figure out if this was legitimate or not. But someone asked Doug Williams how long he's been a black quarterback.
Yeah, so I think it was like I think that's a bastardization of the question.
Yeah.
So, but I believe actually, and I can see if I can find it again, but it's something along the lines of like they ask him, or like, I know you've been a black quarterback since forever, but when did it start to matter?
Okay, yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's
This weird like.
Do you think the folklore has turned it into? Yeah. That question. It wasn't that question, and that's what I've heard. Like there's that story about Ricky Henderson having met John Allrood as a Mariner. Have you heard this story?
No.
So Ricky late in his career runs into John Allrood, who's first baseman for the team, and he says, "Man, why do you wear that helmet?" And he's like, "Well, I had an injury when I was a kid, and it protects me. It offers a layer of protection that a normal ball cap won't. And I have to wear it." And he's like, "Oh, there's a guy that I played with in Toronto that did the same thing." And John Allrood said, "Yeah, it was me. that was me." That story isn't true.
Okay,
it isn't true. And I was so devastated when I heard that. What I'm saying is, my point is, I wonder if this is that level of folklore. Like you said, the guy probably asked a legitimate question about Doug Williams being a black quarterback in the late 80s, which wasn't a common thing. The guy's in the Super Bowl, and it's probably you're probably right. It took a trail for the worse.
I'm trying to find it, but I'm almost positive. Yeah, like I said, it was a bastardized version of it.
Yeah,
but there
was some dumb ones. I've said like who you pulling for?
Yeah, I saw a couple. Like multiple years too. Is this a must-win game?
Yeah, right.
Nah, I mean,
nah.
Getting
paid.
We'll catch them back on the on the
On
flip side. We'll
yeah,
catch them.
right.
We'll catch them in their house.
We'll catch him at Canton next year.
Yeah,
Canton,
exactly.
Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
That's where the real money's
yeah,
at.
right.
Well, I appreciate you taking over.
Yeah, man.
Guests coming up next.